Hello and welcome back. Today I think we're going to start off with going through the desert temple that I keep forgetting to go through. I'm currently out and about harvesting flowers because I realize we're kind of running low at this point because not many have been harvested to begin with. So since I had this nice little area out here, I figured I would do some laps out here and get the flowers we needed. Just get a few more day blooms going, get the mana production up a little more. I think we're up to 12 day blooms currently. Not positive on the exact count, but I think it's somewhere in that area. So we're going to come in here, get this all lit up so nothing screams boo at me and makes me jump out of my chair here. So get some torches down. Alright, now food. The trick with the desert temples is there's always TNT at the bottom. So what we're going to do is go down the side here. Oh, that's not good. That's no fun. That means our treasure chests aren't here. This cave looks like it's stripped right through the bottom of it. Oh, we don't need water artichokes or potato seeds. Well, I guess there was nothing in here to get. Because there's definitely nothing down there. It should have been pretty much right there. Alright, well, I guess that makes this a little quicker. We'll just put that right there. And okay. So I'm going to go back to flower harvesting then. And once I get a few flowers, I'm going to come back and get some more day blooms planted. Once I've got enough power ready that we can start doing the mana steel production, I'll come back and we will make that ring. Alright, let's see if we've got enough power to make these things yet. So we can make at least one. So let's see how many we can do here. Because we need 8 for this ring. Perfect. Okay, so now we'll look at the recipe. Ring of Magnetization. So we need this mana lens magnetizing, which needs a mana lens, which needs 4 mana steel around a piece of glass, and then iron and gold. So 4 mana steel cannot click apparently. Then a piece of iron, a piece of gold, and then we need here, and we've got our ring. And now we put that in our bauble slot. And now if we walk by things that are on the ground, they will get picked up like that. So now we're good for that. So shift clicked, there we go. Okay, so now we need the sash. This is going to be a little more complicated. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do this right now because we need a rune of earth, which requires a runic altar, and these things. Mana steel, the stone, the mushroom aren't a problem. Block of coal shouldn't be an issue. Let's take a look here. We're with the rune of air. Might have a feather. So the materials I don't think are going to be the issue. Leather I'm not sure I have. And the runic altar we can make fairly easily. So we're going to make one of those real quick just so we've got it. So 5 and a diamond. And it needs to be a mana diamond, which of course we don't have enough power for. Alright, so well, we'll just leave that there. So we need more power. Let's go check on our leather supply. I get the feeling we don't have any, and we don't have blaze rods to construct the alchemy stone, or whatever it's called in here. Yeah, no leather. Because if we had that alchemy catalyst under our mana pool, we could convert rotten flesh into leather. We don't have that. As far as animals go, it's a little sparse around here. So we might not be able to make that right now. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see, okay. I'm going to wait until we have enough mana, make this mana pearl, or mana diamond, then we'll come back and at least get the altar built. So I'll be back as soon as we have the power. Alright, so it took about maybe 3 in-game days. We have enough power to make this right now. So we're going to drop the diamond in there, get ourselves a mana diamond. Going to come over here, we're going to do our upside down horseshoe, and we've got our runic altar. So what the runic altar will let us do is craft the various runes So what we need to do is get this somewhere we can easily access it with, or access it, whatever, with a mana pool. So I think we might just put it right here. And then let's see if we can make this work. Piece of dirt. And we'll put the spreader on top of it. Assuming I can aim. Put that off. Function bind mode. At that. Now. It's too far away. That's what I was afraid of. It needs to be close enough that it can pull power out of this pool. Bind. Function. Okay, now it's full. So what it'll do is whenever this altar needs power, this mana spreader will provide it. So for right now, we're not really going to do anything with it at this exact moment. What we're going to do is take a little bit of a sidetrack here and try and get a little more power, because these took forever to get enough power to do that. So we're going to make one of these hydrangeas. So what we're going to do with this is a little different than the other ones in the fact that it requires 2 of these mana petals. We get these by throwing the appropriate color into a mana pool. And all of a sudden I'm realizing that's going to be a problem. Oh, that's a bit of a pain. That means I'm going to lose some power. Oh well. So we're going to have to put him here. Otherwise we can't reach the mana pool, which is a bit of a pain. Alright, so we got one extra one there. Put one here. Yeah, I made a whole bunch more. I think 20 more of these flowers to try and get the power up on these things. What we need to do is that we are going to make 4 of these plants, or somewhere in that neighborhood. So we're going to need 4 of the blues. We just drop them in here and they convert. And we're going to need 4 of the cyans. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now we've got that. And we're going to need some seeds. Now, oops, our bucket. There. Now these I'm not even going to bother to put in my bar because they're going to be a little bit of a, this is going to be a little bit of a dance as far as putting these in here. So we consult the manual. We need 3 cyans and 2 blues, with 1 of each of those colors being a mana and then a pink. So, can I just do... Oh, you can. That's fantastic. That's great. I didn't know you could do that. You can just... Oh, where'd my bucket go? Give that back. A shift right click, or a right click on this thing makes the item float. Shift right click pulls it back off. You can also do a shift right click on the petal apothecary to pull petals out if you put them in there by mistake. Okay, so now we've got 1. So what this flower does is it sucks water. It eats water sources and produces power. So you can hear that every now and then. You'll hear a slurping noise. It's really annoying. So, but it will generate power. Now what we need to do is make more. So get into position. One of these, one of these, one of those, 2 of these, one of those, and one of these, and more buckets. Alright, and again. Oh, it doesn't do any good when you press 1 by mistake. I've been doing that all night for some reason. 2 of those, a pink, and a seed. Grass. Okay, so now this is going to be our last one. So we're just going to toss everything in all haphazard-like. Bucket. Alright. Put these back. Thought I heard a spider for a second. It's just this thing slurping on the water. So what we do here is to create the water these things will eat. Oh, wow, they eat a lot faster than they used to. We may run into a problem with this. I'll have to run and see. Because we've got infinite sources around these things, but they're eating the water so quickly, it's entirely possible they may eat this one and then immediately eat the one next to it, and the water won't refill. So it won't surprise me if we come back later and find those things have eaten all their water. But what we need right now is a mana spreader. So we're going to take the black one, make ourselves another mana spreader, our gold bar or petal in our wood, and I think we're going to need some dirt. so that we can place this. So I'm just going to put it right here. And then we'll put our wand into bind mode, which was already in apparently. And let's see if that thing can hit it from here. Oh, of course not. It hits that mana spreader. Maybe it'll work. Yeah, we're messing our mana flow up here a little bit, but this one I think can go here. Can it reach that? Looks like it's going through the edge of that block, so we're okay. And that one looks like it's okay. If we saw kind of a line in the air, it would mean, like, you'd see the line come down and you'd see like a glowing green particle stay in the air for a couple seconds after the trail left. That's the point the power drops off. So if you go any farther than that, you lose mana while it's working, as opposed to gaining it when it's transmitting it. So you end up wanting to get something a little closer or use a lens to increase the distance. How are we doing here? Yeah, you can see it's building up power. It's building up power faster than the day blooms would, which is good. It's not fantastic. We probably have a few other flowers we'll get into to generate power a little more quickly. Get it back to daytime here. Let's see how these guys are doing. Not fantastic, but what's he doing up there? You can see this pool holds so much power that it barely even tips the scale a little bit there. So that one's hitting it, that one's hitting it, so we should be okay there. Now let's take a look. And we've already got our runic altar. Alright, so the leather is going to be the problem there, so I don't think we're going to be able to make that. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Need to push that button. Let's see what else we can make here that might be interesting. It's going to be on our where swim like a fish. Mana Seer's monocle. Also, we're to see all nearby mana bursts. I think we can do that by holding our wand. Ring of the Mantle. Mine faster while equipped. So haste. That could be useful. One thing we do need, though, if we're going to be doing this, see if I can find it without going past it. Mana tablet. We need to be able to take some mana with us. Right, clicking. Okay, so we need another one of our mana diamonds surrounded by 8 living stone. We've got those, and we have this. Do we have enough power? We don't, of course. So what we're going to do, just pop you real quick, turn you into one of these, put that there. This way I will remember what I was working on. So we need to have a little more power again. So we're going to have to stockpile that up. I'm going to wait for that to fill up, and we'll look through the book, see if there's anything else interesting to make, and then I will be back. Alright, so we have enough power, which took a little while. So we can now make our mana tablet. So we've got our tablet. Now what we need to do is we're in function mode in our wand here. Now we can see kind of there it says accepting mana from items. That's not what we want. So we want to do a shift click. Now it says it's sparing 2. So we'll throw that down, and that immediately leaches all the power out of there because there wasn't much in there. There wasn't much at all in there. I think there was only like 7 power in there. So what we're going to have to do, I think, is wait a little bit for that to charge back up. In the meantime, we are going to go grab the mana steel that we found in one of our loot chests. Because, 5 free mana steel, why not? And head back here, and what we're going to do, actually we're not going to waste it on that, we're going to use iron. I need some shears. So we're going to take 2, make ourselves a set of shears. And unfortunately I have systematically destroyed any grass in this area that I can find. So I'm going to go jump off into the not so safe area and take a look around for some grass, which we have plenty of. So we're going to grab some of this and So I'm just going to harvest a bunch of it because I want to have some laying around. Just so we've got it. I don't remember if this is one of the exact components we need or if this is a piece that I'm thinking of. Maybe either thinking of a redstone root or the piece we need. We'll see. And those two. And then we'll go back our ladder here. Let's take a look. What I want to make is this, the Horn of the Wild. Okay, I was right. Grass in there. Alright, so get those out of there. We're going to have to dump some of this junk off here real quick. Into our bin that's slowly filling up. Damp grass. Short. Gotta love biomes of plenty junk. It's hard enough to find flowers as it is. Now you got all that biomes of plenty stuff clogging up the inventory. We'll just let those despawn. And we're going to head over here. And jump too high. Alright, so we need a pasture seed, which means we need one of these, which we do have enough power for. So now we've got our pasture seeds. These are useful little things in their own right. And what we're going to do is go back. We need 5 living wood. How much do we have? We have 2. Alright, so we'll put those there. We seem to be using the wood a lot faster than we're using the stone at this point, so we'll do this. What I may do is set up a Steve's Factory Manager just to keep that stuff in stock for us. I know some people consider that cheating, but I don't like to have to constantly babysit things while I'm working on them. It's nice to have the components when you need it, which is kind of why an AE system is nice. Alright, Snowbell seeds. Oh, that box is full too. We're just not having any luck. Let's do this. Let's grab 3 of those. And that. Toss some iron in here. And grab ourselves some upgrades. 1 for you. 1 for you. I don't remember what I made the 3rd one for. Not for that one. Not for that one. Oh well. Never hurts to have an extra upgrade laying around. Let's take a look. So we will toss that in there. Yeah, we'll just toss the upgrade in there for now. Let's go see if that was enough time for the wood to start shifting. It should be getting close. And then how much power do we have in here? Not much. Perfect. So let's toss you in there. Now the mana tablets, I want to say the mana tablet and there's a Terra Steel pick, I think it is. It's like the Earth Shatter or something like that. They're items that while sitting in the world, they will not despawn. They'll just kind of sit there. At least as far as I know, unless something changed. I should be able to leave that mana tablet there, wander off, and come back later, and it should still be sitting there. At least that's the theory. And it should also be ignored by my ring. So now we need, let's make that a horn. Oops, that one doesn't go there. This goes here. Now this is a neat little gadget, and it goes very well with the horn. Because what we can do, we're going to go away from our... This horn will break up plants. Now it won't touch those, though. If I use the horn there, it won't break those plants. It will break these. And all of these. So we need to make sure we're not near our crops when we do it. Because they're fairly mature right now, and I'd rather not have to replant them all. And it has a decent radius on it, and why am I in a hole? Trying to find a place I can use it where I'm not going to blast my croplands here. And I just picked up all the junk I threw down. This'll work. So if we just hold the right click, it gets crazy loud, but now with our ring, we can just walk around. So you can see the radius. I was standing way over there, and it broke plants over here. And all the way down there. But because of this ring we've got on, we can just kind of walk around, and everything that we broke will just get pulled right into us. So this thing is fantastic for being out there and harvesting plants, because right now with like biomes of plenty, being in a plains, a flower forest, that type of thing, there's so much stuff on the ground that you just can't see everything. It's very difficult to see to find the plants you're looking for. So with this, we can just walk into an area and basically blast all the grass out of there. and we end up with nothing but dealing with picking up all the pieces afterwards. So like this, I go in there, it'll blast a crater in all the grass. I walk around, pick up all the things I want, and just throw away anything I don't want. And it works really well for that. It doesn't use any power. Very nice little gadget to have. And we're going to get back there before something eats us. Should probably come back and replant this eventually, although I don't really need it. Yeah, let's go this way. I need to put a ladder in over there since I don't really like that door. Zombies all pile up on it, and the villagers jump in here, and that's why I had to take the door off of here, as the villagers got loose from that house over there. Because I think there were 4 of them bundled up in that house right there. They all came in here, and I had a nice little pressure plate sitting here, and they just sat on it, constantly opening and closing and opening and closing it. Kind of drove me batty. Let's put this stuff away. I need to make a box specifically for flowers, I think. For non-useful flowers. And wheat. That should do. I'll make some more bread soon. Okay, so we can put that up here. How are we doing? Alright. A little bit. Normally you'd see kind of an overlay over my experience bar showing that I had some mana. It would kind of slowly, a little blue fade would creep across my experience bar, but I have so little power right now that it's not showing it. So this thing just has to be in my inventory. We're going to put the shears in here. Wrong button. In there. Alright, so we've got that. We've got our horn. What else? Well, the assembly halo is neat, but I'm pretty sure we could make that, but it uses one of our pearls, and we've only got 6. So I don't really want to use those up just yet, where we've got 40-some diamonds. Apparatus. The Drum of the Wild, I believe. Percussion. Yeah. This works the exact same as the horn that I'm holding, except I want to say you can shoot a mana burst at it and it'll trigger. Oh, actually, let's take a look. Functional. No. Where are the functionals? They're there. Where is it? It's not that one. Is it this one? Likes flowers. Yes, if you feed this with mana from a pool, it will grow Botania flowers. Green, purple, lime. Ooh, do we have any limes? Ah, we do. Perfect. Earth rune. Oh, we're not going to be able to do this, are we? Fire. Oh, nether wart. Yeah, nether brick. We do not have nether brick. How are we going to do this here? I think I am going to take a trip to the nether, but in order to do that, we need daytime. Get that going here. Put that away. Okay, now the real trick. Are those creepers right outside the door? Or are they in the tunnel system under this place? Okay, under. Now let's take a look here. I think I got most of the lava harvested out of here when I needed it for the smeltery. This thing has a diamond on it, which means it can harvest obsidian. It is going to take several shades of a while. Well, maybe not. The haste might be speeding it up. Oh, it is. That's great. Perfect. And you notice the obsidian pulled right into my inventory, which is another thing this thing is fantastic for. Is this ring is if it catches things, it can prevent them from falling in lava, which is great as long as it's within the radius. So we're going to grab ourselves a little bit more here. We're here, so we might as well harvest up a bunch. Now I'm not sure where we'd put that flower or how we would feed it power, because it does use quite a bit. But get some day blooms going. Oh, that's where he was. So that's where that cave is. Hi. Alright. Got one taken care of. Let's grab a little more of this. We're here, so we might as well grab a bunch of it. Since I know the lava's been taken out of most of this. I say this and watch me fall into some lava. I think we'll take this batch and then we'll head back. And break. Come on. Alright. Now. Nothing. Okay. Take that. And this. Swap those. Wait. Let's do this instead. Because this... There. And to prevent spiders. Alright, so I've got the obsidian. Where do we want to put this thing? Because the pigmen are going to be irritating. Suppose I could put it right here. That might work. So if we sink it into the floor here, to be careful because if I put this in the wrong spot, the only way I've got to break it is with the hammer. So we're gonna mess this building up a little bit. Maybe move it later, but for now this will be an okay spot. 3, 2, 3, and in the ceiling. There. So now what we can do, we can take the bricks we pulled out of here, put them in the wrong place entirely, and run out. At least it matches. Doesn't look very good, but it matches. Alright, now what we need, let's go with 2 buttons and an iron door. Do I have any buttons? I do not. But I have wood somewhere. I have a plank here, one there, and then we need 4 iron and 2 iron. These are horrible conversion rates. They only give you 3 each, but I don't care. And there's our iron door. Obsidian goes up in the valuables chest. That drops. Flowers. Sand. What else we got on us? A bucket of water. Some wood can go here. Those will go in there. 1 piece of flint that's in the wrong spot. And a piece of iron. Give us some flint and steel to light the portal. And let's take a look here. Cobble. That there. Goes in there. Okay. Now let's go over and put our door in place. You know what? Let's do this a little bit differently. Buttons are annoying. Let's get rid of 1 button. And let's grab 1 pressure plate. So a pressure plate on the outside of the door and a button on the inside. Hopefully if any pigmen spawn, that'll keep them trapped on the inside. So we're going to come over here, flop our door, pressure plate, button. And first nether portal. Now the real question, in what method do I die? Slow it over. Now this is the first time as far as I know the nether's been generated, so this may take a minute or two. Let's just see what it does here. Oh, get out of that. Okay, now what I oh, the heck? Sounds like some of that ore lit up. Okay, so this has got that nasty burning soil around it. We're on ash. Surrounded by pig. Oh, nice glowstone right there. What we need is this stuff. We just need netherrack. We don't need much. We just need netherrack. You see the little sparkles as it pulls the material into me. But I don't mean much. I mean, I don't want to come back for a little bit, so I'm going to get a bunch of it. So we're going to harvest 2, 3, and then we're going to head back, and then we're going to go cook us some netherrack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this done, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to bake the netherrack into bricks. I'm going to get all the materials necessary to make the different rune pieces that we need, and once I've got all that, I will be back, and Wow, we have a lot of glowstone within range of this thing. Okay, distracted. I will be back. Alright, so apparently I don't have nether wart. I have, what is it, the nether quartz. So went in the nether for a while, spent half an hour or so in there looking around for a nether fortress. Wasn't able to find one, although I did find some particularly not nice spiders and wisps. So I'm going to have to go back and see if I can find one, because I really wouldn't mind getting that flower running, because it'll make gathering flowers so much easier. Instead, though, what we are going to make is we're going to make this this thing, the Ring of the Mantle. So we need an earth rune, and we're also going to need a golden pick. But we're going to start with the earth rune, because we haven't made anything using the runic altar yet. So we need 3 mana steel, a piece of stone, block of coal, and a mushroom. So what we do is we grab our items. Let's just put it here. We right click to float them on that thing. There, one more. And then we smack it with our wand to get it started. You can see the little progress bar there, picture of the rune it's creating moving along. Okay, it's not burning off our power too quickly, so that should work. While it's cooking, because it's going to take it a couple seconds there, we're going to grab some gold and make ourselves a golden pick. And so we need 3 gold, 2 sticks, and golden pick. And food, because I don't want to starve. So we're going to swap those. Alright, so while that's creating, to complete the process, once it's done, we'll have to throw a piece of living rock on it. So what we're doing here, yeah, you can see it's sparking really good now. That means it's done. So it's completed the process. So if we put our wand back on and we walk over and we look at it, see the rune is fully covered in green. That means it's done. We drop that on it and then smack it with the wand again. And we get our runes. So we've got those. Let's take a look at the book here again. So now we need 4 mana steel. We have 2, so we need 2 more. Hopefully we have enough power. We do. Alright, so we need here, 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 and here. 1 there, and there. Which gives us the ring here. Okay, let's do something good. So we open this up, we put this on. Now, this will draw power, I believe, from the mana tablet. I'm going to put those in there because we're going to need them eventually. So this is going to need to get charged up a little more. It's sparing. I must have flipped it back by mistake. Alright, let's function mode. Sparing 2. These mana tablets are actually one of the easiest ways to transfer power between pools if you want to, because they can hold quite a bit. Now if you look down at my my experience bar just above my iron pick there, you can kind of see some blue flashing on my experience bar. That's how much mana I have currently on me. It's kind of a visual indicator of it. So we're going to put these back on, put this away. Now let's just see here. Yeah, see, that just snaps. That's just a normal iron pick. So one of these suckers is probably just gonna, yeah, just rip right through it. But each time you do it, it uses a little power, if I remember correctly. So it's slowly using it up. So we got 916. So we'll come back over here, fix our wall. Yeah, we're still at 916. So either it doesn't use power anymore, or it just uses a negligible amount. But so this time, I think what we're going to do is we're going to call it here, since I'm going to have to find some nether wart before I can move on to that flower, which I'm not sure how long that's going to take me. So we made our ring of magnetization. We made our ring of the mantle. So we got our haste ring and our magnet ring. We've got our mana tablet, so we can store a little bit of power. So what we're going to do, we are going to call it here, and that's, I think, what we're going to do for now. I'm not sure how long this episode's going to be. It might be kind of short because of this, but we'll have to take a look. But thank you for watching, as always.